Okay guys, another quick one for today is going to be mild sauce, something that we use a lot of. It's a very popular wing sauce for us, but thankfully it's also super simple. Again, two components, kind of like marinara, a few other things that we have. We try to make some of these processes as streamlined and as easy as possible because not everybody's worked in restaurants before, so we want to make sure that the people that we do have here know how to put it together. And again, something that if you're feeling squirrely and you want some sauce for wings at home or something like that, you have people watching a football game or something like that, something that you could apply and make at home. So for us, we use Frank's Red Hot wing sauce. You can use whatever kind you like, but this is the kind that we use here in the restaurant. We are not endorsed by them by any means, but we just like their product and think it's good. So anyway, for mild sauce, it is two things. It is this, and then this is liquid butter. I know it kind of looks like orange juice, but it is not that. Do not drink it as such. It will give you a bad time. Anyway, so for us, our mild sauce is literally equal parts of the hot sauce and the liquid butter. Now, we started using liquid butter because before we were using whole butter chunks, like whole blocks of butter, melting it down and then adding it. But the problem that we ran into was when it got cold, which we have to keep it cold in storage, it was seizing up, and then you'd have these little chunks of butter that were not melting and not coating the wings properly, and so we decided to try this instead, and really haven't looked back since. So this is also really handy for other things if you've got like vegetarian people or vegan or even gluten-free and stuff like that. So anyway, all I'm going to do is take this, I was lucky enough to find a half-empty bottle of hot sauce. Now, if you didn't have one that was already half-empty or something that you could empty a little bit out of, you would have to take one of these whole bottles, and then you would empty out, they've got little measurements down to the halfway point, and put it into either a tall 6-pan or something else like that for storage for something else. But for today's purposes, I got pretty fortunate that there was one that was already half-empty. So, I am going to combine this liquid butter in here. And again, this isn't rocket science. This is another one of those really simple prep items that we have, but it's helpful to know how to do it because we go through a lot of it. So I'm really filling it up to right where the bend is on the handle, because you want to leave yourself a little bit of an air gap so that you can mix this up properly. Otherwise, it's much harder to mix. So at that point, put the lid on, make sure it's tight. I've seen people make messes because they didn't put the lid on properly. And then here, just kind of shake the thing up. Now, you can put it into another container and use a whisk and mix it up if you want to. I've seen people do that. But for me, it's an extra step. It's extra stuff that you have to worry about cleaning later. So, I mean, if you don't have to, then why do it? Main thing is just make sure that you get it mixed up really well. And at this point, you'll see that it turns a nice orange color. You can kind of see the difference between just the plain hot sauce and the mild sauce. So it's another way to kind of indicate and differentiate between the two if you're having to go look for a sauce to restock a station or something like that. So now I will go ahead and get a label, put a label somewhere up top, somewhere where people can see it if they have to go grab for it. If it's down low, it can get kind of shuffled in with the mix and it's easy to miss. So label, fill out the label correctly, and then it's going to go into the main walk-in cooler where the sauces are. And make sure that you rotate it to the back of the pile. So that's mild, guys. Hope you dug it. If you got any questions, leave me a comment. Otherwise, we will catch you in the next one.